Hello, bonjour, ça va? And how are we this evening? It is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful, frozen, icy ice shelf shores of Lake Huron. I actually just got in from my walk. The beach is the beach. It's all sand. There's no snow and ice there, just at the edge of the water. So I actually had a glorious walk in my winter boots, winter coat, wool scarf, the whole bit. And I was walking in the sand. Sun was shining. If this is what winter is going to be like here, I'm good. I'm good with this. I'm happy with this. Even one of my neighbors, as I was coming home, just stopped me and said, I think we're going to have a green Christmas. And I said, I think you might be right. And he said, I'm okay with that. And I said, yeah, so am I. I'm okay with that. Okay. So I'm coming on today as a follow-up to yesterday's video. Yesterday's video turned out to be an expose on a childhood trauma that I had gone through. The memory had come in a while back, but then it was shown to me again in meditation yesterday. Full force, I was able to tune into that record. It's a record keeping of that event. I was able to tune into the thoughts of my dad and the perpetrator and my mom, the bystander, and what had happened to me physically, because I have no recall on that. I think I was out of body. I don't know. I kind of am guessing that I was already stepping out before, the the event took me out. And I had always wondered, why did I not feel any pain, because it was very physical. And I finally felt the pain for the first time in meditation, and what it had actually done to my little body. And I was in pain all day yesterday and into this morning. So maybe a 24-hour kind of a thing. I decided to try yoga for an hour just to see if that would help. I figured if it was going to be harmful or if it would hurt too much, I just would stop. Ended up, it was a good thing to do. I followed my intuition or my guidance on that, and by the end of the hour, I was back feeling good. Left side of my body, where I took the brunt of the violence, I'm going to say, it does feel very different. It feels very open, and I don't know yet because it's only been the next day, but as of today, I'm feeling good. Just feels a lot better. We'll see as time progresses if that's a thing, if that maintains or not. As for the left hip going out, and then of course the right leg was affected, and the foot, the pain in the foot is gone. I can walk normally again. Yay. That's a little scary because I love to dance. I kind of need my body to be able to dance. So I wanted to come on today and give you that follow-up from yesterday's revelation. I did not expect or anticipate that video message to come through. That was new. So I was asking today on my walk, because I knew I'd be coming on here as soon as I was home from my walk, what was the purpose or the reason for going through all of this traumatic experience with sharing it with all of you. And it was to explain how true understanding comes from the healing of the light source energy frequency bodies of light, because they tell us what's wrong and what's right. That's how I'm hearing it. So in other words, all of this information is retained at higher levels as well as lower levels of thought, so that we always can be congruent in our higher light. Because we have to understand every experience we go through, and we monitor and we explain, and then we shelve it in our memory banks to retain that information or that experience for whenever we need it, to pull that out and look at it again and learn from it or explain to others. This is what happened to me. It sounds like perhaps you're going through a similar vibrational energy. So the main example, what I was given on my walk, was the reason why we brought that up and talked about it so very plainly and explicitly with you, was to show you how true healing occurs. So if you have a chronic issue, like I've had all my life with my back, several falls, one after the other as a child, right up into teenagehood, okay? Once I left home, that seemed to be the end of it. But when there is some sort of physical trauma, nobody seems to be able to help you with it. I mean, you can get momentary relief here or there. There is an emotional issue behind it. So we have to go back in the memory codes, in the records, the record-keeping part of our soul, and we find out what actually happened emotionally that was the start of the trigger, the beginning of the physical, emotional connectiveness, interconnectedness, body of thought. Like, in other words, why am I not feeling good? Why is my physical body in pain? Why cannot this issue ever be resolved? I've been to doctor after whomever, and it never gets resolved. Why can't it be fixed? It's because you haven't gone far enough back in your record keeping to trace it back to find where that initial emotional, mental creation occurred. Once you find that back in your lineage line, you can trace that, bring it forward. You have a subconscious awareness awakening. It comes into the conscious mind. And you have that aha moment, like I did yesterday in meditation. As I said, I'd had that recollection before, but not to that degree. I was able to actually go in, retrieve the information that I had wanted to, because before it was just too emotional to look at. Okay, I remember that, but that's enough. So yesterday morning, with all the influences, as I said, the Three-Eye Atlas kind of jolted us with a new blast of energy to awaken us more. And there was the solstice, there was the new moon on the 19th. So there was boom, boom, boom. There was one causal event after another to affect our subconscious awakening. This is a subconscious awareness arising for the planet. It's for you. It's a gift. It's a gift to you to wake up. So you can understand yourselves better, so you can have those memory codes flashing back on. And yes, it is painful to retrieve some traumatic events, but if you don't retrieve them, they're going to sit back in there, hidden and tucked away, and you won't remember them, and therefore you won't heal. You have to see it to believe it and to heal it. So that's why this happened yesterday and today. This was to show you how healing gets underway. So look back on it. Okay, this is what happened. I'm not holding anything against my parents for this event. I mean, that I cleared up some time ago. But I wanted to understand how could I not feel anything physically in my body when it actually was enough of a blow to take me out? Because my heart had stopped, apparently, from what I heard yesterday. So I came back in. I was very determined to be here and finished my soul purpose mission. So nothing gets in the way of that, okay? Doesn't matter what you go through physically. If you're supposed to be here, you're meant to be here, it's part of the plan, you're gonna be here. And again, sometimes whether we like it or not, because it can be painful coming back in. But I didn't remember feeling any pain. And yet, from what I saw yesterday, yes, it did affect me quite traumatically. And that trauma is held in the body. I'm hearing to say in the sympathetic nervous wreath section of the brain. Yeah. Until we can release the toxicity and the pain. So again, once we get through it, we feel better, we feel lighter, brighter, we're happier, we're more energetic. It's very opposite how I feel today. I'm feeling very alive and energetic, and of course the sun today helped. It was great. Warmer weather. It's winter here, but it's like fall, and fall was like winter, the last part of it anyway. So that's how it goes. That's how we heal. Subconscious has to be reviewed. You have to see it. You have to look at it. What happened to me? Why can't I remember? Oh yeah, that was a really nasty event. I don't want to remember that. That hurt. That was too painful, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Yeah, don't want to go there. But that's how you do it. So that example yesterday and today, I'm going to do yesterday as a part 1. I'll do today as a part 2. So you can see the outcome from doing the actual physical healing. Anything can be healed. Okay? Just have to trace it back far enough to find the origin, the original thought process. And that's how you heal it. Trying to think of that movie. I can see it in my mind. I can't think of the name of it. And I've talked about it before. Just the words aren't coming to me. Anyway. That's what they did. The guy planted a thought in his wife's brain and wondered why she ended up doing herself in. But it had nothing to do with her. He planted the thought, a seed of thought, and then eventually it took root and it flowered and blossomed, and that was the outcome. So be careful what you think. Every time you think a thought, you're seeding a new thought wave. And for those who think they can get away with seeding nasty thought waves against people that they're jealous of or they want to control, and of course they're not going along with the control agenda, whatever, you can't get away with that stuff anymore. Okay? And you're going to find out why if you do try. As I've said before, I wouldn't want to be you when that goes down. So from now on, every thought creates your reality. This is quantum physics. This is quantum reality. We've got to grow up as a nation, as a people on this planet. You have to grow up now, okay? Become who you came here to be. I'm hearing that it's all about elasticity. So you go out and then you bring yourself back in. Okay, I'm going out to test the waters to see what it's like here, life on this world. Oh, I've got to come back into higher self to get some relief here because it's kind of crazy out there. So you bring yourself back to yourself. Okay? That tether is always there. Okay? You don't lose connection with yourself. You may forget about it, but you don't actually lose it. Okay? So don't worry about that if that's been a concern of yours. Is there anything else to talk about today? No. No, we've made our own consciousness way. Okay. Blessings, and we'll speak with you another day. Okay, so that's it for today. If you do wish to connect with us, I am working, I am available through the holiday season. So you can go to the website www.healingourenergy.ca to book your appointment there if you so choose. And the only day off I have into January is a Sunday, or the Sundays. I don't work Sundays. But other than that, you can book an appointment with me. Even on the 25th, it's okay. We're here to help. Okay. So love you always. Take care of yourselves and others, and we will speak with you another day. Bye for now.